Good morning. We have a secret foods tour today in Vieux, Lyon, which is the old medieval city, Renaissance city of Lyon. So we're gonna go check that out and get us some tasty treats. I think it's 5 different places we're gonna go to. I've done a video on this before, and we're gonna try it out. Tamara is the new test subject. Yeah, it's her first time in Lyon, and we're gonna check that out. All right, let's get going. They've had a bunch of flood warnings. The river is definitely high. This is the Seine, and it's really up. Like, you can't even, you usually can walk right down there. Like, he ate Santa. Found a great coffee place here at Bouchons. It's right across from where we're going to meet for our tour, which is right out the window there. Okay, ready for our tour. Are you ready?
Yes,
We're exciting. I see our lady over here hanging out over there by the car. So we've started our tour. We're getting a little bit of the history of Lyon. Are you learning anything yet, Tamara?
What have I learned? Let's see, the river was the highest it's ever been in 1840. Now it can't flood like that anymore because they put up embankments.
Bonjour.
The Temple Bouchon is where we met, the banking center of early Lyon, and founded by the Romans.
Very cool. Good job. You could do the tour.
I could do the tour.
A Bouchon serves low-class meat in upper-class ways. The women who created the first Bouchons were originally the great chefs in the royal houses of France. In an egalitarian mood, Napoleon decided to slowly dethrone these houses by passing laws that required inheritances to be split among all the sons. Helped along by World War I, the money slipped away and the plan worked, and the great chateau became insolvent. The chefs, finally called mères, or mothers in their kitchens, had no place to go. So they began hole-in-the-wall kitchens in town to serve the masses. They took common or unwanted cuts of meat, such as intestine, stomach, and blood, combined royal sauces and cooking techniques, and turned them into the beloved Bouchon cuisine we are trying today. French tire company Michelin, in an effort to encourage more driving and tire sales, literally put the Bouchon on the map with their 1, 2, and 3-star ratings. Lyonnaise' son and famous chef Paul Bocuse was trained at a Bouchon. You can find these little eateries still serving the same historic foods in the old city and on the Presqu'île. Some are still demarcated with a small bunch, or Bouchon, of sticks. Those little bricks are pave, and there's a bread called pave also. It's a really dense bread, but we're in the Place du Government. Everybody's getting ready with their crepes and vin chaud. You're gonna have to try some vin chaud. Why not? Beautiful Christmas violin. Very nice.
There's a building here that has long gone. But this is the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. Lyon's got 3 cathedrals. There's Cathedral of St. George that way, St. John here, St. Paul further on from where we met. There's no St. Ringo, otherwise we could have had the whole set. This is the most important of all the cathedrals in Lyon. It was built between the 1100s and 1400s, but Lyon has an archbishop as well as bishops, and this is where the archbishop is based, so that is why it is the most important. Cuisines around the world have a blood sausage, but it's much lighter than the black pudding, because black pudding is made with oats, so it's quite dense. So this is a little bit lighter. Then there is the andouillette, which is the white sausage. The tripe sausage. So the tripe has been chopped up and put into a saucisson casing and baked in the oven, and it is served with a mustard sauce to help with the sort of strong taste of the tripe. Then there is the tablier de sapeur. It literally translates as a cobbler's apron. Remember that guignol with the red face? He's wearing a leather apron because it looks a bit like that when it's finished. It is a beef stomach that has been marinated in wine overnight to tenderize it, rolled in eggs and breadcrumbs, and then fried like a schnitzel. So it kind of has that sort of schnitzel look about it. And you get a little pot of that Cheval de Canoe as well to dip your meat into.
Brains.
Yeah, brains and stomach. There are two Lyonnais dishes now. There's the saucisson chaud, the hot sausage. When you see chaud on a menu, it means hot as in cooked rather than spicy or piquant. Piquant or épicé is for the spicy hot. So it's a cooked sausage. So it's made in the same way that the rosette that you had earlier. So it's a very dense sausage. It's not your barbecue sausage. It's a very dense meat sausage. It's got pistachio nuts in it as well. You get a few slices of that with potato and salad and a pot of Cheval de Canoe. That's a traditional way of serving it. Then there's the quenelle. To quenelle something is to shake with 2 spoons. It's called a quenelle brochet or a quenelle de Lyon. Brochet is pike fish. It's a white fish, quite a mild flavour. The pike used to be able to come from the river. It's a very bony fish, so they cook the fish, they flesh it, and then when you chop something up so fine it becomes a paste. They do that with the flesh of the fish with lots of eggs and butter, and they make a paste out of it, which they add to a dough which has got lots of eggs and butter in as well, and it kind of blows up like a souffle in the oven. Now it's quite a bland tasting dish because it's eggs and white fish. You get the taste from the sauce that it is cooked in. It's cooked in a crayfish crawfish sauce called Nantua sauce. Then there is a chicken breast with a mushroom sauce. There is a white fish fillet, a plate of just vegetables if anyone's overdone all the food too much. And also there's a salad chèvre chaud, hot goat salad if you go through Google Translate. If you see chèvre on the menu, it means goat's cheese. They just don't put fromage on it. So there's this type of goat's cheese called a bouche, a log, a very soft young cheese, and they slice it, grill it on a big slice of baguette, drizzle it with honey and put it on lettuce. So those are your choices.
Okay, we're going to try several of the dishes we just described at Maman and the Bouchon here on the Presqu'île.
So the Bouchons have remained popular here. They kind of died out in France, but they've remained popular here because a lot of French tourism come to Lyon looking for the Bouchons and the Bouchon food to try it out. So you get more Bouchons here than you do anywhere else in France. And likewise, Bouchons and the next generation train the next generation. Now in Paris there's the Cordon Bleu. In Lyon we have the Chateau, and it was set up by Bouchons, and chefs come from all over the world to train there.
So I can have espresso.
If you're enjoying these videos from France, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe.